Hello there, everyone. Today we're doing something a little different. Playing a game I made this time. So, sorry for being a little bit later than I intended to be. Had some technical difficulties getting this set up. For some reason, my computer would freeze every time I tried to run the game, so I don't know what's going on there. I thought it was my antivirus, but then it still was having problems, so Windows is trying to do load in updates at the moment and everything. Taking a while to get up here, but I got the game running through the element environment. So yeah, I'm just going to show off the game. Hold on a second. Show off the game. Questions and answers. And I'll just talk about the development of it. Alright, everyone ready? We'll go into my the completed file here. Haven't collected everything. Hold on, wait. Nice character selections. Back up. Go. This will double also as a video in the future for people to get an idea of the game. So we'll just go to the first stage. So, the goal of this game is to climb up. Title has game was inspired specifically by the game Ice Climber, which I played a couple years ago now. I liked it a lot, but some things that I found were issues with it. So one of my goals, my goal with this was to redo Ice Climber, but to improve on it. So of course, the main thing was that the jumping in Ice Climber was really clunky. My first goal was to make the jumping feel nicer. I've got this engine that I use for platforming here. It's called the Grandma engine, so I started with that. Ending. Did it perfectly, so I got fireworks. But yeah, so to improve on the jumping, and to keep it so that whole sections of the stage are like same distance apart as they were in Ice Climber, but the jumps are really kind of long and slow and floaty to manage that in Ice Climber. So instead, in this, got the double jump. But I'll go back and show you the tutorial after this. Yeah, this is this exact same, I didn't realize this at the time, but there was actually kind of a important person who made this engine. Matt Thorson, who is known for the lead programmer on the game Celeste. This engine. Kinda neat. Yeah, so I added a double jump. That was the main thing I did. Once I got that down, then it was just a matter of coming up with variations on the game. Which one of those was so at the end of every stage in Ice Climber, kind of this little bonus section. I just kind of got rid of that and just integrated it into part of the stage, as you can see here. And I changed it so at the end of the stage in Ice Climber, there's a little pterodactyl that flies by, and you're supposed to grab it for a bonus. Kind of replace that with this flag mechanic here, so you have to find the flag and you have to get up there without dropping down below where it started from. It goes back to where the flag started from, and you gotta get it again. Really a little tutorial that I made. A little bit of a story for the game. I set it up as if this is like a... This is our mountain climbing association. And explains what this it's kind of like a national park or something that you're in, you know, like a natural area. And here I explain the double jump, which is not something just everyone can do. Make sure you've done plenty of exercise. Gotta exercise to make sure you can do a double jump. Yeah, so this is right from Ice Climber, breaking the blocks, attacking the exactly the same as. Then this was a mechanic I added, is the bonus item, or this is something I remixed from Ice Climber actually. Because Ice Climber had bonus items that were in that bonus stage I mentioned earlier. I just kind of spread them out throughout the stage and put them hidden inside blocks. But 5 of them, to try and find them all. And here's the enemies, which I I deliberately have not explained exactly what they are. I just say, you know, they're just the wildlife that lives here. They're a little weird, but they're okay. Oh, and with the items hidden in the blocks, I've tried to kind of add like tells to where they are, so it's not just go around breaking everything and try to find where the item. I tried to try my best to make it so that a bit of rhyme or reason to where they are. You can. What about the flag? And then here's how I explained the time limit for the stage. It's just that there's other people climbing and you have to get out of the way. Make sure that everybody to climb the mountain, so it's been too long. Courteous to others and don't dawdle. And then this is explaining how you unlock bonus stages for all of the... doing every stage really fast and also forgetting the items. Mentioned that Windows update thing was going on earlier, so it just popped up with a little message about it. "5 AM. Far along as it. Little signs. I designed these signs based off of the little information signs at the parks area that I live in, and I designed the logo after that as well. That logo. Super climb up mountain climbing is it? Alright. Go back to the game, huh? We're at stage 2. I'm not going to show every stage, but I'm gonna... Oh, and this little intro thing you can skip as well. Trail guide. So the running water was my solution to things from Ice Climber that definitely wanted to change, which is they had these little conveyor belt blocks that did exactly this, but those didn't quite make sense with the world I was developing for Climb Up. I guess it is weird enough that those could work, but I kind of wanted this to just be a neutral area. And so running water made more sense than conveyor belts to accomplish the same effect. It took me a while to get these working too. There was some kind of weird math that I had to figure out. Yeah, here you can see my attempt at making kind of tells where the items will be. You can see right here there's this section. Also, if you looked closely, this item in particular you kind of see sticking out, so... Some kind of unexpected thing while I've been working on it. People really enjoying that these little enemies come by and put the blocks back in. Those ended up really nice. Like, I always liked them, but it was also really nice to see people or like enjoy that they come and put the little blocks in. Okay. Hope you like those little dragonflies I got too, flying around the water. Those are from an older game project of mine called Gray Area. I had one in one spot in that game. Realized those sprites would work really nice for climb up for flying around the water. As I wanted to put a little bit more life into it. You know, I need a little bit of motion in there. A little bit more motion, I guess. Oh, thanks. Go for it now. More of the running. And then if you played Marshmallow in my other game, Marshmallow in Fruitland, you might recognize stage coming up. Or right there, actually. Yeah, this launch springs are available for climbing assistance. Please use with caution. Misuse can lead to injury. Yeah, these springs you might recognize if you played Marshmallow in Fruitland. They are actually the exact same objects from that game. Programming and everything, just... the programming's just a little bit modified. Go up higher. That donut. One thing I'm still going to add is some sound effects. Sound effects for every action. I have sound effect for that enemy. Although, technically you're not killing it. Forget I said that. Finding things that you can repurpose for your other game projects from your previous one. It's a certain part of development. Hope I missed an item here. Oh, I think it was at the very beginning. Yeah, I need a sound effect for when you attack the flying. Only one firework because you get all the items. The springs are now much more efficient and offer a lot. Why would the marshmallow be heavier though? The marshmallow is marshmallow. Not like they actually exist in the same world or anything. This one. This is a new enemy that I added that has nothing to do with Ice Climber. There were no springs in Ice Climber either. My life has been caught playing with climbing equipment, be careful. Secret spring. Hello there. Strategize. Standing. You can stand on the sides of the spikes, which I actually use in the level design several times throughout the game. Guy throwing the pickaxe. Just gonna avoid him for now. Oh, up. Well. Health item. Careful here. Yeah, see, here's where you have to stand on the side of the spike. Oh yeah, now it gets a little tricky. That can happen. I got him before he even threw any of the pickaxe. Go. It's also nice to make a game, or, well, this is how I always do it, is I make games that I myself would enjoy playing. So, I don't mind streaming it, because I myself too. Menu. Hold on, let's see. What's that I want? Okay, let's go for stage 13. Here's gonna be a bigger stage. Here's a really big stage. Took me a while to get that zoom out effect working. And, well, the camera itself has been one of the things I've struggled with most making this game. Some little worms. So an original creation of mine for this game. Here's these little spike guys. You might be able to tell got my inspiration for those from. Although spike balls are kind of just a very typical sort of gaming character. Many video games have their spike balls in them. Bye. There's something that's brought over from Ice Climber is that you can just kind of... So the hazards is just falling back down to where you were earlier. Yeah, like that. Or that. That. It's always interesting for me coming back just because when I'm actually making the stage, I'm getting so much practice at it. It's really easy, so it's always interesting for me to come back to a stage I haven't played in a long time like this, get a better feel for how probably everyone else feels. Lower on practice. That helps me kind of judge the difficulty a bit better than when I'm actually working on it myself. Playing it like a million times. Oh, and there's a glitch I just noticed. Or, never mind. Thought it was. Fine, forget I said that. Oh, don't give up. timing's gotta be good. Here's kind of a trick, in case you're playing it yourself, for getting blocks like that. You can kind of stand on top of them before they're gone to make sure that they fall when the cloud disappears. Ah! Made a hard one there. Need to put some health items on this stage, I'm really... I had some on the other one, but not this one. This one really needs it though. I probably didn't think it did earlier when I was making it, because I'm better at it. I wonder how common of a thing that is for game development. Come back to their stage later and realize it's harder than they thought it was. Go. Oh, that's not good. You see where he ended up? Okay, we managed it. Okay. Okay, here's the trick. That's not that. You've been repairing this while I was gone. You can knock these guys out, but they're a little bit tricky. You'll see he managed to escape. No! Frustrated at my own. That means I did a good job. Really gotta be really careful there. Here you're doing your first jump. Ground. Thinking of adding in like a little like grace period jumps. But oh, that was so... Oh! We might move on from this stage here soon, because... Well, we'll see. I'll stick it through. Stage is built to be like this, so... Only my own... No one's fault but my own for this going on. Go. Here we are. Very careful. There we go, all the items. Don't think we're gonna hit the time curve, but there we go. That's a fun level though, I like it. Kinda proud of that one. I like making stuff with a little bit of challenge. Alright, let's check out... I'll show you this last stage here. This is the last stage for this area. And I recently added a little detail. Show. Play. item that I needed on the Remind me to go back to stage 13 and add one of those hearts to it. And you think so? Pretty proud of this one. Started development, I was checking this out yesterday, I started development on this on September 9th. Oh no! This has been in development now longer than Marshmallow and Fruitland. That game took me only 3 months. This one... that's September, October, November, December. So this is the 5th month of development. 5 months exactly now. Oh, what? Oh! Saved myself. Didn't last long though. And so this will probably be an 8 or so month development game. And I started very earliest like planning and design work for August. Been going for a while. I had the idea for it like back in 2017. Played Ice Climber. Or that might have even been 2016 that I played Ice Climber. Very end of it. Got the idea for making this, so... yeah, I had the idea for this and I came up with my title. All the way back then. Ah, I'm getting you. There he goes. That's the most satisfying way to beat the enemies. Flag. I don't remember exclamation points, but maybe. Where's the other platform? There it is. Awfully long gap there. Ah, out of here. There we go. Taking a little bit longer because I'm also like taking a little bit longer to play this than I usually do because doing commentary over it, so and here you can see the flags from all the other climbers up here. Made it this far. Oh, and thank you about the physics and Put a lot of work into that. I wanted to make sure that solid and everything. We'll just go ahead and go right to the next stage here. Show you the second area of the game. This is when you get up to the mountain that was in the background of the pre. Snowy mountains. And so here you can see the enemies have grown some fur. Ice. Ice is slippery. And then also there are rocks that take 2 hits to break. Pretty sure there's no food. Oh, there is food in there. Out of here. Wonder... is food hiding in here? Yes. Thought so. Try to hide it in places that make sense for you to try and look for it in. Thick area over there might have one too. Ah, I'm trying to remember my thought process for how I hid these. Doesn't look soupy? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's definitely a compliment. Can't imagine soupy being something that you want the game. Definitely hit food. It is, see? Frosty corn dog. Grand gaming tradition of hiding food in the wall. Ground is. I went barely too low and lost the flag. There we go. Go. Ta-da! I'm still really proud of this screen. Pops in like. Skip ahead a bit here. Show you. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Soupy is the opposite of snap. Yeah. I get it. Go to stage 22. Kind of just a rather typical stage. But also, on the other hand, this is getting very far away from Ice Climber at this point. By, you know, having ice and climbing. This does not look like an Ice Climber stage anymore. There's a lot more stuff going on here. Stuff is kinda... it's not laid out so uniform. Something I definitely wanted my game to do was... Ice Climber, every stage is laid out the exact same. It's kind of that arcade... This I wanted there to be a lot more dynamic to it. That was kind of the idea the whole time, was Ice Climber, but what more could I do with it? You know? What ways can I expand the game? Whoopsie. And also doing that makes sure that, you know, Nintendo doesn't come, or Reggie doesn't come knocking on my door saying, like, what's this game you're making here? This looks like our game. That going on, so. You are legally distinct. And at the same time, I wouldn't want it to be exactly Ice Climber. That's just kind of my joking explanation, my real explanation. Really wanted to make it my own thing. So that in the end it would feel like it was inspired by Ice Climber. Doki Doki Ice Climber. Let's go to a couple of secret things that I'm not showing in this stream. Play it yourself to. Oh yeah, how's that thumbnail for you there? Tell where objects are instead of perspective. And here you can see the little mammoths and the icicles. Once you're farther into this, then there's some more mechanics going. These are little ride-on platforms. Oh, and here's the little flying guys. Alright, thanks for showing up. There's the... There's one of them frozen in the ice. Oh, thank you. Glad you like it. I touched the icicle and it didn't even fall on me. Owen. There's a ring. A little secret area over here if you're willing to go past the spikes. That frozen pizza. Oh, and one other thing, well here it doesn't really matter, but you can hit and swing at the... I describe it as swinging at them, not hitting them. Swing at them to make them round. That's helpful when they're in kind of more a wide open area and they might be like walking away from where you want to be, and so then you can just swing at them and get them back where you want. Waited all the ice. So here's an interesting area because I had feedback that it was fun to break blocks while bouncing on the springs, so I did a whole big section of you can bounce and break blocks to your heart's content. Up there. Biss told me that breaking the blocks, bouncing on the springs was fun, so I've got the I've got that section. Eight was one. You get the preview for it. I'll do 29 and 30, the two most recent stages I did. Nice. Oh, it's just, there's just food items that the game cycles through. And, well, here they happen to be frozen, so... Earlier I went through the tutorial section and it, makes fun of the food that's frozen, or slightly frozen, but just stuck in things. Like here we have waffles. A little hard to get up here. I spent a lot of time working on these icicles to make them hazardous, but also not frustrating. Yeah, be careful there though. If you break too much of that, then you end up like I just did there and can't really avoid them. Sometimes there's sections where you have to be careful with what blocks you break or not. Here's another one of those stuck in the ice. I was hoping it would be a different one this time. Leave me alone. Die on here, I think. Mammoths I had the idea for just one morning. I woke up and had the idea for putting those in the game. And then I put them in. I spent a whole day getting those working. In doing them, I had to redo the entire system for moving platforms in the game. They work better now. There was a lot of work that went into doing a lot of... Whoops. There's a lot of unexpected problems with the new system for the moving platform. I already got all the items on this stage before. Fast. Getting ready for Sonic Adventure I'm going to play after this. No. Hope you all are looking forward to getting to play it yourself. A lot of levels I didn't show here. Plenty that you should... Including a couple of skipped specifically that they have. You've been beta testing the game for a couple of you have are already, but for everyone else it's a secret. Oh, here's something funny. If you clear the stage, well, there's flying enemies on the screen, they go flying off. I still didn't get it in time, though. I'll have to be a little faster for that one. Yeah, after we put in the mammoths, or guess who I was mentioning earlier helped me with developing this. But, see the flags on. Hold on, I'm gonna restart this stage. I want to see if we can get some other things frozen in the ice. There's a skeleton. Another skeleton. Something else. Yeah, after... Oh, there you go. What's up at the top? Well, this is fun. See this here? Random what shows up frozen in the ice. Highest snowy mountain peak is just... Yeah, so when we got those new moving platform system going on, like a day or two later, I was still finding some bugs with it. So now they're finally fully working, and it's one of the bugs was if you ran into a wall facing away from it while riding on a platform, you would just go through the wall, and that obviously was not acceptable. So I spent a while figuring out what was causing that and fixing that. Frozen corn dog. Whoops. Didn't realize I'd taken so much damage already. Daisy. That was a bad landing. Oh yeah, another thing I'm part of is this falling snow effect that I got at myself. Each one of those is just a sprite that gets randomly scaled and falls down at a random speed. And it also moves back and forth a random amount. And interesting part of these is that they aren't actually where you see them here. These are just... they're up in the upper left-hand corner of the game. Or the upper left-hand corner of the whole level. And they just project themselves onto the area that you're in. So, say one was in the exact upper left-hand corner, so like it was at position 1-1, then that would correspond to wherever the screen is at, +1 in both. If you look carefully, you'll notice that they just move with the screen. And that was just to make sure that the snow is always on the screen. So like you don't like scroll up and suddenly like where's the snow gone, or scroll to the side. And then also to limit the bit that's on at once. Each one is its own individual object instead of a lot of them, then slow things down, so they each have programming in it. And I think it looks really good. Just gonna skip the items this time. I want to try and get fast. Back here. Here's where you want to steer the mammoth. Very limited spot where he's actually used. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into making the game. Many, many little things have to work together and not break each other. Yeah, that was another thing, was not only was I trying to differentiate myself from Ice Climber by using the pickaxe, but also I thought it made more sense, so... Whoops. Lagged. I'll do this one. What was I going to? Oh yeah, I was going to mention that development for this has really sped up lately. I've been doing about 2 stages a day while I've been working on this, so stage 29 and 30 here that I'm doing both got done in the same day. A couple days ago, actually. Being brand new, very brand new footage of this game. But, yeah, I was looking back at my notes I'd posted about, my... Be careful. There we go. All the other people who showed up have their flags there. I noticed, it took me, like, 2 weeks or so to make the first stage because of all the programming and everything I had to do. Then it's really sped up since then because, well, obviously I don't have to program nearly as much anymore. Hey, there we go. Got the time bonus. Yeah, like, there's only been 1 or 2 days I've had to spend doing mostly programming and not, level designing since I finished the main batch of it, so that's... It's just a day I did the mammoth, and then after that there's been some programming I had to do to fix some issues that... out from that. A lot of the issues I've had making this game have been on the camera, because making this with Game Maker, making this game has really shown me how limited the camera is in Game Maker. So a lot of making this work has been like fighting with the camera system. I think I've done a good job like, wrangling it under my control. As you could see from watching this, the camera behaves itself. Had some weird like jittering problems and like jumping around. Things like that took like days worth of work to fix. So as you're playing, if you play this game or as you're watching it, really appreciate that the camera is very smooth and doesn't jump around or anything, because it took a lot of work to get it that way, even though it seems simple. Oh yeah, and thanks. Yeah, the flag idea is one I had for a while, but I just put it in just before this, so it's a brand new thing I wanted to try show for the stream. Flags at the top. So this is so far I have the 2 areas. There's going to be 4 in total. I have the kind of the foresty area, which is based on where I live, at mountain, which you get to. Kind of just a nod to Ice Climber, as well, I had to have it in operation, but makes sense for a climbing game. It's going to get a little more exotic for the 3rd area, which is going to be a volcano. I'm getting started working on that Friday. And it's going to be fun because I'm going to have the, you know, those little trail guides. They're still going to be there, and they're going to act like things are totally normal. Nothing's weird about climbing an active volcano. There's going to be a few different little mechanics for that. And there's going to be one more, which I'm going to keep a secret for now because it's a critter. I want that to be kind of a surprise. But, again, the trail guides are going to act like it's normal. Yeah, the other flag colors are randomized. One of the things I wanted to point out was that you might realize the character names are very similar to the ones in Ice Climber. Started them with the same letters. Yeah, before I end the stream, just if you had any more questions you might wanted to ask about the game, about like the development of it or anything, go ahead. Do a little Q&A before I end this stream. You got any questions, ask them now. Oh yeah, I want to mention Mary, who is Mary Go Starlight in Street there, made the music for the game, so thank her for that. Like the music. Alright, I'm glad you like it though. Alright, I'll wait just a little bit longer if anyone's got any questions, and then I'll end this stream and set up for Sonic Adventure. I've got people waiting for me to stream that one. I have an estimate on when the game is going to be released. Yeah, that's so far I'm shooting for March 2019. I think is when I'm going to be able to release it. If work on it keeps up at the pace it's been going. Oh, good. He says, hearing my music in the context of the levels gave me new appreciation for the direction you guided my very I'm glad that it worked out. Super. They're just heading off to the climbing location. Oh, and real quick, one more thing before I go, I'll show you the little intro because I'm proud of that too. So, that logo zooming in was a totally programmed animation. Proud of that. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed hearing some insight into how it was made and everything. And I hope you look forward to it releasing. Oh, one more question. Gave me the idea for the pickaxe throwing enemies. Hammer Bros from Super Mario Bros. Gave me the idea for those. I thought they would fit in well with the style of this game. Okay, so if you want to stick around, I'm going to be playing Sonic Adventure in just a couple minutes. See you then, and thanks for watching.